Hi YouTube, I'm using a handheld camera today for this video for a couple of reasons. Last time when I used my webcam the sound quality was awful, and also because I kind of wanted to do a video showing you around my everyday kind of work in Alter and other little things like that, so handheld just kind of worked better for that. So if I start with well, I'll move backwards. This here is kind of what my Alter would look like on any given normal day. I mean, I'll do it differently for Sabbath, etc., but generally this is kind of a good working Alter that I like to use. Here I've kind of got my little candle for fire in the south. Here I've got my chalice, which is a really cheap wine glass, in the west for water. For north and earth I have two amethyst crystals, which are pretty cool. I can't remember what it's called when crystals are still attached to the rock like that, but I like it. I've got a selenite stick, which does work well as a wand. I don't use it as my primary wand because I prefer to use wood. But yeah, that's pretty cool nonetheless. I have this little leaf here, which I don't actually know, I can't remember where that came from, but it's just a plain little leaf and it looked quite cool. And this is a white sage smudge stick, which I will, well, I couldn't decide whether to put this on earth or air, because eventually I will kind of burn it and it'll be smoke, and I always use my incense as air, or occasionally I'll use an aphame as air, but anyway, for the sake of this video I've got it in earth. And this is my incense holder, which I should have put some incense in to kind of demonstrate, but you get the picture. Towards this side I have, for the goddess, I have a piece of rose quartz and a red candle. On the god side I have my antler, a picture that I drew, a statuette of Anubis, which I really like. I actually got that probably when I was about 13. My aphame, that's a corn incense burner, not really there for a particular reason other than that's where I keep it. Oil burner, my wand, which is hazel, this one, I really like that one, I really enjoy using that, and a white candle on my god side. A lot of people think I've got my candles mixed the wrong way around. A lot of people use white for the goddess, which is fine, that's their own personal choice. The reason I use white for the god and red for the goddess, usually, sometimes I'll change it up, is generally because white, to me, well, the god and the goddess are representative of obviously male and female energy, and I always kind of think, it was actually another YouTuber that kind of gave me this idea and I really liked it and I went with it, and if I remember the name of the YouTuber I'll put it in there as a link below. But anyway, as I was saying, I use white because to me it's representative of semen, which is obviously male, as in male semen, and the red for menstrual blood. Bit kind of gross I guess, but you know, it works. I don't like to necessarily only use my altar for ritual work. I mean, especially sometimes if it's something where I feel a particular element rather than all four is important, then I will sometimes use other things I have in my room. For example, if I wanted to use water as an element, I often like to use one of my fish tanks, because I'm a bit of a fish hobbyist, and I'll kind of show you if you'll ignore the mess all over my room. It's one of my tropical fish tanks, and sometimes I just kind of, that's actually got life in it, so to me, using something that's actually got life in it and it's an actual, be contained, but it's a body of water, one way or another, I actually feel better using that than just a cup of water. I've got another fish tank over here that's new, it's hardly got anything in it at the moment, and my little goldfish bowl and his messy little desk. Other things I have, this is my besom, it's quite large, I really like it. It's birch, which is nice. Oh, that's the doorbell. Sorry about that, it was just my landlord, so I'll kind of pick up where I left off. So yeah, sometimes I'll use things that aren't typically on my altar, or at part of my altar in ritual / spell work. Yeah, as I said in my previous video, sometimes I like to do rituals kind of an informal way. I like to do what feels best for me at the time. I think there's more meaning in it that way. I'm just going to put the camera here a second, and I'm going to get some of the things that I often use as ingredients for spells, rituals, etc. So, in fact, we can go over to my little cupboard where it's all in. It's a little bit of an organised mess, and it's dark, so I'll probably take a photo. That's my modern pedestal, which looks nice, but it's really heavy, so I should have maybe got a smaller one, but it was cheap enough. I use a lot of incenses, oils, candles, herbs. I like to blend herbs to make my own incenses. So I'll kind of show some of those, I guess. I have here, I don't know if you can see the label, probably not. Move into the light. No, that's not any good. That's frankincense, which to me I actually don't know what the uses of it are, but to me it's a really clean smell, so that's how I use it. Cinnamon and orange, which to be honest I got because I like something that makes me relax. I've never used it in a ritual. I've used it in, that's a lie, I've used it in rituals that are again more like a thank you ritual as such to a certain deity, where I feel that would be an appropriate one. That's forget-me-not, which despite its name isn't really to do with what you might think. It's a very floral smell. It smells nice, but it's often a very kind of, you can use it in, what can you use it in? I don't use it for its uses. I believe the word forget-me-not comes from it's a Christian name for it, but Christians named it, and it's to do with something to do with curses or something, but I'm not Christian, so that's not how I use it. Also, I have some little stones in here. I'm just going to kind of go through in order that my hand reaches to them. This is Goddess Moonstone in this little pouch. It's a dowsing crystal, which is quite fun to use. It's a nice feminine energy stone. This is, and I'm probably going to say this wrong, lapis lazuli. Never been that great on my pronunciation. It doesn't probably help that I don't hear a lot of other people saying the names of them often to correct me. I don't really know any other pagans personally, but or people who just really know lots about semi-precious rock. So anyway, that's my lapis lazuli, which is a psychic stone, or at least how I interpret it. Very much to do with the mind's eye focus, which I think is really cool. This here, these are just some singing quartz crystals, which are really nice, tiny little shards of quartz, little points, and they can just be used for all kinds of things. Sometimes I'll even grind them up. These are oil salts, and there's actually a little kind of fragrancy type, take it into the light so you can see a bit better, fragrancy type shop in the town centre of where I live, and they sell all kinds of little bits like this. And that one's coconut, which I really just love. But I have lots of scents. This is cocoa, mango and papaya, and I've got Arabian musk, and what else have I got? Ebony. Lots of cool ones of those. Little sachets of herbs, which I got from eBay from a shop, Moon Goddess Garden, and it's not the cheapest, but it's relatively cheap, and sometimes they come with little things on them on what the uses are for them. Sometimes I wouldn't say the uses are fully accurate historically, but you know, it's a nice little touch. Incense wise, I have some sandalwood here, because that's one of my favourite. Sandalwood and cedar are probably my favourite scents. So that's why I tend to use scents that I like, not just because of what they mean. That's sage, obviously. That's a very pure plant. Some more oil granules, black orchid oil. I've got so much different stuff. This is a mouldable incense and it smells really nice. I haven't used that yet, but I want to try, so I'll give that a go. Just a kind of basic, any everyday candle. Just a nice smell. I wouldn't really use that in a serious ritual, but and this little box here, when I take it out, is just full of different crystals, quartz. I have some tumble stones. I don't know all of the names for these. Take them into the light again. Must apologise for the mess in my room. I've got a little citrine, jasper, opal, and that's all I can see there. Not brilliant at this. Stones and crystals are not my forte magically. I kind of just tend to go off ones I know how to use, but it's nice to have a little mix of ones that I like just to have sometimes to decorate an altar or whatever. I do have citrine. Sorry, that's not citrine. Pyrite. And I think I best stop the video now because I've kind of waffled on for a while. But yeah, that's just kind of some of my tools that I like to use. And thanks for watching.